Alright. I guess we're here. You still with me, though?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
So wait, does that mean that it's alive on the beach?
Child special. One of a kind.
A baby cat.
Either that or
A sacrifice.
a foundation. A bridge.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space.
I wish I could go to outer
We'll
space.
be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm gonna take you wherever you wanna go.
Hmm. And now we've got the cutscene where John tells Clifford that he's got to get out of here.
Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you?
Captain, what are you doing here?
My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
The Void Out. In Manhattan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were the husband.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
This is a woman in a mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I have a duty to protect our country. Lies are an unfortunate necessity.
Okay, that's an interesting statement.
The President gave me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system. We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record. Take BB and get out of this place.
It's interesting how much technology is enabled so that people can have
I'm sorry.
quiet conversations.
You were my commanding officer, but I swore an oath to the President to protect her and the country at all costs. Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to.
And what's interesting is
But
his
I
character
served
still
under
remains
you first.
consistent. Like, he
Your
protects...
family doesn't deserve this.
His goal to protect
Any
the
of this.
country is to protect its lies. And he still is doing
Why are they
so.
helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home. Back then, I thought I was invincible. I thought I was some kind of action hero. But I'm not the hero. You are, sir. You're the reason I'm still alive. And it's past time I paid that debt. They're moving your son to a new facility tomorrow. You'll never see him again. He'll serve as the foundation of a new communications network. A sacrifice for a nation that no longer exists.
Oh, they essentially wanted to plug him into the chiral network.
It was the only way to keep it off the system. Burn it when you're done. The rest is up to you, sir.
So then how did the BB go from his dead arms to the other porters to Sam Bridges?
I believe this belongs to you, sir. I can't terminate your wife's life support from inside her room. System won't allow it. So, this is the only other option. An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops.
I wonder if, like, he pulls the trigger, but then
Don't hesitate,
instantly
sir.
regrets that choice, and that's why he ends up staying behind
This is the
and
only
dies.
chance you'll get.
And that kind of fills in the piece because like he said, like he must have been angry about something, regretting something. And that's what kept him bound to this world. That allowed him to create that beach. But it's interesting to get so much resolution to his character. But now I'm suddenly I'm reminded of when I played through Metal Gear Solid 4.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
The ending for Metal Gear Solid 4 was a good hour and 30 minutes of cinematics.
I'll take
And like it had gone on for so long, like so much longer than I expected. Like I think I was almost late for work because of how long the game's ending had taken.
My animal, Lisa.
Anomalisa?
BB. BB. BB, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Steady.
Huh. Now, if just plugging into the dead BB means that he could receive those memories... that would imply that the memories still exist within the biological system.
Lou? This is on me.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
I was going to say, was he not going to try?
A purpose that cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
What does the catastrophic failure mean? Like, does it just automatically create a void out? Okay, I've got to say, this is definitely, without a doubt, a very, very dense ending. So, like, on one hand, I feel as though I've been relatively quiet. But then on the other hand, like, what is there to say other than to appreciate the cinema itself? Oh, hello. No one will notice the sound of footsteps in a relatively empty corridor. And this is what causes more problems, as he shoots the doors, which cause an alarm to go off. I presume? Nope, he just keeps on going. Oh, alarm started anyway.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it!
Put it down! Back off. Back off!
Get up! Don't do it!
And that's how he got shot. But most likely, Bridget Strand is still here, which is why John ends up killing Clifford.
I'm sorry, Captain. Don't! You got it! You two! Stay there! And hold your fire!
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop! Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire. It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
So is security separate from the Bridges forces themselves? Because I guess at this point, John is still trying to maintain some semblance of control over the situation. And am I essentially seeing this as like an out-of-body experience? Which is why it showed like Sam standing in the center of that room? But unfortunately, he wasn't actually able to get this. Again, it's kind of interesting to see all of the cutscenes as like one go. It kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed 2 specifically, where you see all of Clifford's cutscenes without context. You see like just bits and pieces of things, kind of like the secret cinematic that you piece together one little bit at a time. And only after unlocking everything are you able to see it all in one go and make sense of the whole picture.
In there, sir. I saw you stole. Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Move!
And thusly the arrival of Bridget, and thusly John has to shoot him in order to prove himself to Bridges.
Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset. The day is ending. Let that yawn out. There's no pretending.
Huh.
I will hold you and protect you from that love.
Oh, no. So John didn't kill Clifford. Bridges killed Clifford. He wouldn't have actually a specific hatred for John specifically, because John did
Be a father. I was so scared.
try to help him out. His anger was directed directly towards Bridges, directly towards the people who would have stolen his child away from
Be
him.
there for you and your mom. No matter what.
The moral of the story is, if somebody's offering to do strange experiments on your child, tell them no.
Anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
And I suppose this makes it quite tragic, because
I had it all wrong.
he had only come home for as long as it took his wife to deliver
Be a father.
a stillborn child.
Make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain, look at you.
Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Oh my god.
Oh. That's a twist. That's very twisty.
I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You told me your name was Sam Porter. But you're Sam Bridges.
Also very twisty. I'm trying to remember what movie that was from.
My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other class.
Oh my gosh. How deeply does the name double meanings go? Sam Porter Bridges is a bridge for a cliff.
Nothing but an obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at. But not you, Sam. You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Is this me?
Yeesh, that's one way to drop a baby.
Not baby too.
No, 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 no!
And that's how Amelie finds the dead baby on the beach and sends him back. So that means you're not necessarily Sam Porter Bridges. You're Sam Unger. Why are these whales swimming upside down? So then who's Lou? And thusly, you have that divide between who Bridget is and who Amelie is. Amelie searched the beach. So Amelie's discovery of Sam on the beach as a baby, thusly the scarring, was not by accident.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
Okay, did this game suddenly turn into 2001: A Space Odyssey? Because it seems to have turned into 2001: A Space Odyssey at the end.
There you are.
And hold on. If...
Then his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission it?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
So hold on. Am I actually taking in Lou's memories, or am I taking in my memories? There's a little bit of confusion going on here.
Come on, Lou. Wake up. Come on, Lou, wake up. Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up!
Hopefully he doesn't look up. Because I would imagine that's going to be very problematic if he does. As I would imagine that essentially means that he's going to be in the same situation as Mama was. But I suppose, like, that's another thing. Like, there's also the fact that they have to let go of their past. Oh, good job, Lou. But hold on then. How do you have that? Why am I surrounded by ghost babies? Yeah, you might want to protect him from the time fall. Otherwise, he'll suddenly become a teenager instantly, and then you gotta deal with that. But then the rain doesn't seem to be making anybody older, so maybe the time fall has stopped because we saved the world and all that?
Louise.
Oh, okay. All right. Took me 38 hours and 51 minutes. Oh, man. Oh, an overall rating of an S. Groovy. I'm okay with that. So yeah, now that I'm done with the game, what are my thoughts? What are my thoughts that I haven't said already throughout the rest of the playthrough? If I could summarize, I would say that, well, I feel as though the ending has definitely left me on a good note. The ending was fantastic. It's still going. What?
Well, look who's awake. Morning, Sam. You'll be happy to hear your vitals have stabilized, and that you're well on your way to recovery. Not that it's your fault, but what I wouldn't give to trade places. We're all stuck in the president's office, working like dogs to get everything ready in time for the inauguration. But at least one of us is still free as a bird. You should head out. Make the most of it. Could even do some orders if you wanted. Might do you good to get back in the game. You may recall it was raining buckets back when you left for Amelie's Beach. We took a real beating at the time, but we've done our best to service the structures and vehicles in the area. So you know, any cargo that was stored in your private locker at a damaged facility should have been transferred to your private locker here at this distro center. Anyway, busy or not, we'll still be on the end of the line if you need us. And if you want some alone time, we should be able to manage for now. Just make sure you're back in time for the big day, alright? See you then. Hey, Sam. You sure you don't have any unfinished business?
Okay. Huh. Alright, that's a neat way of allowing you to still kind of participate in the exploration and find the things you missed, without having to deal with the fact that Louise has been born, per se, and cannot be a tool that can be used. If I had any to summarize my thoughts, it would be that I'm very glad that I played this game. It is definitely an incredible work. It is very frustrating, and I think, and you can almost say that the entire game as a whole is kind of capsulized in that sense of delivery. You have this kind of frustrating journey that comes with a reward at the end. Like the delivery of many packages, the reward is at the finish line. And I feel as though Death Stranding has so much of a reward at that finish line that I'm walking away from the game feeling better than I've had done for most of the game itself. I doubt I don't plan to actually go back and get the things that I missed just from this playthrough. If I was going to do that, I would probably just start again. But in the meantime, though, if I was going to give this game a score, I think I might actually give it an 8 out of 10. I was actually going to give it a little bit lower, a 7 out of 10. But it just shows how strong that I feel the ending was, how complete the entire package is. Would I recommend it to people? If I would recommend it to people, I would probably change, like if I was going to recommend it to people who tend to be more casual in regards to their gaming, I might recommend trying it on a lower difficulty. That way they could still experience the story. They could still experience the journey. If I was going to recommend it to... I would recommend it to people, yeah. Though I might actually... Yeah, I would probably recommend it on lower difficulties so that the frustration isn't quite as high. But, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.